Hello, how are you doing? I pray that you are doing well. Yeah, you are doing fine. No wonder you are watching. So, I didn't bring some. Oh, yeah, I got it. I need to drink some water. My face looked tired. My face looked tired because it's already past midnight. What time is it? Okay, I can't see it on my watch. It's past midnight. Like probably it's 1 o'clock. The thing is, God needs to help me. When I put on the TV, before I do what I want to do, I'll find myself there throughout and like go from one thing to another. Everybody have a habit that you want to get out of here. I need help. Anyway, so I'm not going to start crying here, but I'm gonna take it easy. Yeah, I just realized my face looks so tired. That's why I said that. So what I want to say today, I know it's been a while before I am here. Yes, I'm still having challenges with my phone, but I'm still managing until further notice. The problem is that I cannot go to the shop where I did the contract, because the phone that I have a problem with is a contract telephone, and the shops are closed. Everything is closed apart from the food store. If you have watched my previous video, you could see that you have heard before that we have a lockdown here, but it's with businesses, all businesses apart from baker shop and drugstore and supermarket, because they sell food. Anything to do with food stuff are open, but the rest are closed. And one thing I've not checked, I don't know when the lockout is there, and not there, and until when February. I don't know whether it is end of February or mid-February. That I've not checked. I need to check that, because I don't have a TV and I don't read newspapers. God help me. I can speak German very well. I can communicate, but don't tell me to read things or listen to the news, because once I start to listen to the news and then the news reach in the middle, in the beginning I concentrate well, and then as times goes by, my brain start to get tired of the concentration, and then I lose it. That's why I don't want to kill myself. This language, when I communicate with people, it's good enough for me. I can write also, but official things, I always need help, because official things is different. You need to write it properly. I don't want to make a mistake also. So the thing is, they said, well, I went just to check in case they're opened in the store that they do this contract, because we have like let me say, like Kenya, we have Safaricom and which is the other one? Airtel? Is it Airtel? Yeah, I don't know how many Kenya have right now, but we have here, we have O2, we have Vodafone, we have Laika, we have Libra, but Laika is not normally for contract. Laika is for calling out of the country. I mean, it's a cheaper line that you can, it's a prepaid for calling out of the country. Or even if you use it within, it's still, yeah, you can use it within. But many people use it for calling out of the country, especially the foreigners. So that's what I have right now. I'm using for now, and it's really eating my money. Oh my goodness, I'm going crazy, because I can put it into an internet, but then it has to be 1 month, and a lot of stories. Oh my goodness. So I always download 20 euro and I use it to call emergency things, and I get tempted. Then I call Kenya, and then when I start to talk in Kenya, oh my goodness, I will finish the credit. Then I don't have credit anymore. Anyway, I just want to tell you my life, maybe why sometimes I don't appear. I don't appear because there's things going on, and our lockout, I think it makes us also. It's not that when you are all the time indoors that you feel active. I think when we are active outside, for me, I don't know for other people, when I'm more active outside, I have the strength. I'm active also in the house. But when there's no activity outside, much activity outside, I tend to be lazy because in my mind I know that, okay, I am home, and I can decide to be lazy, make a lazy day, or I can decide I can sit and watch something, or I can just decide I cook and I do the rest thing. So being at home sometimes is not the best. It has to be balanced, yeah. So I pray that everything will get better in February, and then they will open things so that we can have a normal life, because we are used to that life of having activity outside. And so now, yeah, things is different. It's not that easy. We had a lockout the last year in March, and it was so long, but I could take it because it was summer. I could take a bicycle and go bicycle ride, and there's so many places, beautiful places I could go and ride my bicycle. So I never felt it. But this time it's winter. Oh my, it's winter. I'm not crying because of cold. It's just like you can't ride the bicycle much with winter. The wind, even when you wear warm, the wind, I mean, it's not that interesting for me, though many people do drive bicycle during winter. Me, I like it during summer. Not really real summer. Real summer also is very hot. The beginning of summer and the end of summer is my favorite weather. So I was just thinking that to get to know where I am coming from, I just wanted to say a few small things about me, because I talked about it in one video, how I came in this country, but I have not checked where I reached. But I will go back and check where I reached, then I can know where I could pick it from. So, but I just thought I want to talk about my childhood. To those who believe, I want to say that God is good. But when the enemy normally knows that there's gonna be your life, there's some good things God has planned for you, many bad things start to happen to you when you are young. So some I will not mention, but I would say that we didn't grow up living a luxurious life. It was hard. My parents had many children, and my mother was living in the village, and my father lived with us, the a little bit older children. What I mean by older, the firstborn, secondborn, thirdborn, and fourth. The four of us, we live with my dad. Then the rest who were born after lived with my mom. So if you see my eyes closing, I'm trying very hard to open them. I have small eyes. When I'm tired, they close. They close. Yes. So when my father take my mother back in the village, those days there used to be this lifestyle. I don't know whether other tribes did it. That one I don't remember. But I come from the Luo land, and if one had a land, they felt that they would build in the land, and the woman should stay in the land to take care of the land, and then the husband would stay in the city bringing daily bread. But for my dad, he wasn't earning that much, but he was hardworking. That it wasn't that great. He didn't have so much enough because we were many. We were many children. My mother had 11 children, and we have late 4 children. So we are 7 now, and so it wasn't easy with many children with little salary, even though my mother was in the village with the younger ones, and we were with our dad. So I grew up with my father, and my father really loved us. But every parent also have a challenge in their life. He had his own challenges, just like I have my own challenges now. So I never blame parents if they've made their own mistakes, because everybody in this life make their own mistake. Nobody can come out and say that they are angels. It's a lie. Everybody make their own mistakes. So the mistake that my dad made, and I loved my father, is that he used to drink. So, you know, people who drink, when they go to the bar, the little they have, before they know, they've spent it all. That's the only weakness he had that made us sometimes really survive in a hard way. But he really tried that. Even when he was broke, he could try very hard to put food on the table. But sometimes when he went drinking, he could spend and spend and spend. And he had friends who were doing well. And these friends, okay, were definitely, my father's friends were doing fine. They were officers in different ministries. Only my father was the only one who had low income, because my father was a social person. People loved my father. Everywhere my father was, people loved him. So he had friends, but friends who are doing very, very fine. So you can imagine him having little, and they go out with this group of friends. Definitely, he will use his small little money he has. So then after that, my dad took us to the back in the village. There was a problem, and then my father has to take us back to the village to our mom for a while. That's what he wanted to do. Then after a while, he was to come and pick us. But along the way, that's when my cousin tricked me and took me to my late ex husband, because by the time he died, I was not with him. But I had 2 children with him, wonderful boys. And I have 4 kids, 2 with my late ex-husband, and 2 I got out of the marriage. So I have 4. A proud mother of 4 boys. So what happened is that when he took us to the village, that's when my cousin was also in the village. We were all living in the city. My cousin also was living in the city. We were living in Nyeri. I lived in Nyeri. And then I lived, so I can speak very well Kikuyu. Until now, I understand every word of Kikuyu. But speaking, sometimes I have a little bit difficult, but I can speak Kikuyu, because we lived there when I was young, and we lived in the village. My father was working with water supply, and the water supply always built the water tank in the outskirt of the city. So where we were living was outskirt of the city, of the town, Nyeri town, somewhere called Kamakwa. I don't know if it is still, the name is still existing, because they might have changed the name. So I lived there. Then after that, he was transferred to Karatina. And then in Karatina also, of course, the same language. So I know that language like my own. I understand everything. I normally even watch some channels speaking that language here, because one thing that makes me watch that channel is because when those channels popped out in my TV in YouTube, the title was in English, and then later when they start talking, I came to realize that they speak the Kikuyu, and so I normally watch that channel. There's a channel I'm addicted to, because I can hear Kikuyu very well, of this diaspora. This guy who is really helping back in Kenya. He lives in the States, and I've watched and watched. So much of his program is really a blessing. I really like his program, yeah. So I normally even wish all of us could do what he's doing, but everybody have their own anointing. Well, so we lived in Karatina. Then after Karatina is when my father took us back home in the village with my mom, and that's when things happened, and my cousin tricked me to be in a marriage at a young age, at 13 years old. And I was young. I didn't know much. I didn't know anything better than how to do what to do with all what was happening with me. I don't know whether I wasn't stupid, but I would say I wasn't those active young girls who would say no and stand on their toes. I came to learn to say no and stand on my toes at this time of my age. All my life I've been a softie, which has really destroyed a lot of things in my life. So because of God, I've learned many things, and it has made me adjust. But then the adjustment has taken so long because I live that kind of life of being soft. So I want to tell you guys, if you are a softie, stand on your toes on the things that are right. Don't just flow with everything that is happening. Oh God, it has destroyed a lot of my past. Now it cannot happen right now. So that then is, after that is when things happened. I had a child, first child, second, then I thought, no, this is not my place. And then I left because the father of my kids was alcoholic, total alcoholic, who drinks the whole day. He did nothing apart from drinking. So it wasn't a hard life. It was a hard life for a young girl. So that's part of my story. But my father also was a very, very loving father. He wanted the best for us. He even used to tell us that he will educate whoever does best. He will take the person to Europe. But do you normally know, sometimes a father can have a wish and it turns out to happen without him doing anything, because he used to say that all the time. Whoever does well in school, I'll make an effort and make sure that you go to study abroad. He loved to say that. And I even heard, I've not asked my mother, that he tried to go abroad in Mombasa and hide in the ship. But then they got him. People used to hide in the ship and go abroad, of course. That was normal those days. And I heard that he did it. But I don't know what happened. I've never asked my mother the full story, what exactly happened about the story. But I got a hint one time. But the time we heard all these stories, I wasn't interested. Now I'm interested in everything. I want to know what has happened in the past about our life, our grandmother. And whenever I go home, I forget. I want to know how my grandmother's story. I want to know my grandfather's story, because we didn't meet them. I want to know the stories. I want to write a book of the family tree. I just want to I'm interested in many things, you know. I'm somebody who like adventure, and I want to know the past. I want things to be remembered. Like now, I'm not normally feeling so bad that we are losing Swahili in Kenya. They are turning it to Sheng. The original Swahili is dying. That makes me sad, because I like things original. I like everything natural, but that's the way the world is. So that's part of my life. And then after the time I lived with I left him, then I went to Nairobi. I worked as a hairdresser for many years, and then that's how later on I came here and I got married to a German for 2 years and 6 months, and then he left because he used to go out much. He used to work out of town, and he realized that he's never spending time with us, because I came with my son, my younger son. He was then 5 years, I think, if I'm not wrong, between 5 and 6. And so he realized that he's not spending time with us. And you know, here, somebody can just decide to divorce because of something that is not really concrete. You know, it's strange, but that's how it is. He just thought that he's losing his family, he's never at home, it's better he live alone. That's all. We never quarreled. We never had any issues. We didn't have anything. There was nothing wrong. And that's the reason he left. Even after he left, he still left me if you want to know that it was a good thing and it wasn't that we had a problem, he left me the card of the bank. He used to have, he went to the bank and made 2 cards, one for him, one for me, so that when he's traveled, I can just access the bank. And even the time he separated with me, he still left it with me. But because of annoyance, he just wanted me to continue using the bank account and just to take care, because he knew I wasn't messing up with the money. He even said that I am not messing up the family money. That's how faithful I am. So Yeah. So I used to take care of the money, and he said that he's the one who is messing up. He's the one using a lot. He used to call that family money. And he said, I'm the one misusing the family money. You are taking good care. So because for me, I felt like this is our family money. Why should I misuse it? Even when I wanted to send my mother money or do something back in Kenya, I would ask him, and you tell me, Frau Kiosh. He used to call me Frau Kiosh. She says, Frau Kiosh, you don't need to ask me. That's a family money. If you mess up with it, it's up to you. If you use it well, it's up to you, you know. And that's, he was, I've never seen that one. I salute him for that. So free. Everything he did with me, he did it. We were partners in everything. It's only that sometimes things doesn't go the way they should be, but that is the man I should have lived with, to be honest, but that's happened. So what I want to say is that when he left because he felt his lifestyle is not the best lifestyle for a family, and that's why he left. So, and that's why he even left me the card, because he still felt he need to take care of me. But the reason why I took the card later on, I was so mad, I was so bitter with everything. I didn't expect a divorce. I loved him, so I started to misuse the money, like to punish him. Just not to punish him, but I just went bad, you know, because of what happened to me. I didn't expect that we'll ever divorce. We used to swear together that we are together until death parts us. We used to make jokes, but then it happened, yeah. So because of that is when he took the card. Otherwise, if I didn't do that, he could have left it with me for a while. I don't know how long, but he could have left it with me for a while. So what I want to say is that is how I came here. After that, I had to stay, but it has not been easy, because I was still new. 2 years and 6 months was very short time for me to know everything in this country, to be able to do things on my own. It was not easy. It took me many years. And don't forget, in my youth, I became a wife, and now I have been on my own all my life, and it's just like there are so many mistakes you'll make when you are alone in your life. You don't get direction, and it's the world that will correct you. It's the world that will give you direction. Some things you have to pay the price because you made your own mistakes. And I thank God that the Bible has given me direction. That's the best part of it, because the Bible has all the directions we need. That's what has helped me. But it has taken a long time for me to be able to be where I am. It has taken me years, because I didn't have anything little that would, I don't know how to put it. It's very hard to explain it. I know what I want to say, but I don't know how I should put it for you guys to understand. But that's how it was. It's the Bible that has given me direction. It's God who has given me direction, because I came to know him, and he has been the one that has made me be who I am today. And I'm still working on being a real true me. So there are some things I do miss here, actually, to be honest. But I will say next time, so that, because if my video is very long, I'm going to have a problem to download it, and I don't want to miss to download my video today. So thank you so much for watching. Bless you. Have a great time. Until next time, stay healthy and take care of yourself. Sanitize, wash your hands, and do what you need to do. Bye-bye.